I got all kinds of razor blades. Okay, so this is a bit washed out. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and adjust the video a little. What it is. Alright, so let's see, one of these I think works. Let's see, is it this one? No, it doesn't work. Oh, this one works. I don't really know exactly. Can you see that on the screen? Yeah. That's a magnet, by the way, that little white thing. Ah, you can't even see the magnet now. Let's see here. So these are magnets, and I'm going to take that camera off and just give a little quick demo of my place. So that laser seems to work pretty good. It's nice and bright. Maybe I won't worry about the batteries. Let's put the batteries over here. That's a working laser. That's a working laser and a bright light. So I got two working lasers. The rest of them I can figure them out later. I'm looking for mounting hardware. So I have a crap load of stuff, and I'm not kidding you. Okay, so I found this. I got two of these, right? I got two of these things. I know I got two of them. I'm like this symmetrical kind of person that just goes ape crap. Oh my God, there's the other one. Look at this. This is not coincidence. Everything I've done leading up to this project has been a friggin' like, and I tried to explain, it's like just destiny. Everything's like happening so cool, you know. So I could use this because that's metal, and as you can see, you know, we can turn this. Okay, we can turn this here. We can turn the magnet too. Like I can turn the magnet. You know, that's pretty cool. This is like a very rough type of setup. Actually, what else I could do, and I did find my other magnets too, by the way. I was looking for those. Let me actually turn the music down a little bit because it is a bit overbearing. Let's try that. Once I get going into the testing, I won't be talking as much. I like to talk. So, yeah, there's those things. I got 2 packs of razor blades, and there's 5 in each. What you're seeing, okay, let me just go over this too. Does this thing work? Okay, that laser's dead. Got 2 other small ones. Okay, this one works, but the beam is not very strong, so we won't use that. I got 2 working lasers, I got raised blades. So now I've taken apart printers, and I've taken apart printers for gears and a whole bunch of crap. So I want to make this as easy and quick as possible because I am going to get some sleep before I go to work. This thing here was a printer roller thing off of one of the old printers that didn't work, and I was going to fabricate my own mirror type device, right? Then I saw this, and I said, okay, well, I can put this, I can drill some holes here, and I can put this on a mounting. It does take up a little bit of room. I don't have my ruler, but so what I have to work with up top here is 2 inches. Oh, you can't even see it. Let's see here. So there's the top of the cabinet. This is actually the cabinet, okay? And this is part of the cabinet. This is the left side. This material here is used to cover septic systems. Okay, this black material. Inside of this black material is a very highly polished piece of aluminum that I spent days working on. Let's see, we'll take this camera right up, and you can see the reflection. It doesn't really look that good on the camera. It actually looks better when I'm looking at it. I think that's because there's more reflection coming off the metal, and that's why it doesn't look as good. So there are a lot of things about light that, so what happens is when the initial test gets started, this setup right here will be all reflective. It's going to be all kinds of light. It's going to be as much noise in this system as I can possibly get with the light setup. I'm going to create all kinds of noise with reflecting light bouncing off everywhere inside of this case. So this is part of the case. This is one side of it. And I've discovered that I need to have 2 sets of mirrors that, so like one mirror here, one mirror here. This is 45 degrees. It sends the beam down to the beam splitter, which is actually, the beam splitter is going to be located about here. The two mirrors are going to be up here. I don't know what size and what kind of mirrors. I've got, my front surface mirrors are 5 millimeter. So, I don't have that ruler. 5 centimeters, no. So, I don't know what the hell it is. But they're big. And so the front surface mirrors are going to go, one is going to go on the bottom down here. The other one is going to go on the front over here. And it will probably, I thought with the way the setup is going, is that I could almost put everything on this side. And so what happens, I gotta do it better with this little, can you see the pointing device? Yeah. So what happens is, so the beam comes down, hits this mirror over here, then it bounces over, hits this mirror, comes down, hits the beam splitter. The beam splitter sends okay, when it comes down through the beam splitter, the calibration signal goes straight down to the bottom. Then it bounces back off the second primary mirror. The second primary mirror is on the bottom. It bounces back up to the beam splitter and then goes into the dark section of the interferometer, which is the spectrometer section, so on and so forth. So that light goes in there. That's the calibration beam. The test beam goes through the beam, it reflects off the beam splitter and goes over here in this area. And this area is where the test items are going to be. Reflects off of this mirror and goes back into the detector. Now, the original plan was to put the slit up at the top of the case up here. Have the beam go down through the slit into the first mirror, bounces off that mirror into the second mirror. The second mirror goes down to the beam splitter. That's the original plan. Because of my setup that I got here, I may be able to have the slit up and down over here and have it go through, and no, I can't do it that way. It has to be lengthwise. maybe I could still have it. No, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out as I go. But at least with this metal, okay, I've got magnets, and I can attach the mirrors to the magnets. And with that in mind, I need to get my plastic. This box, this is not needed here. Got another box of stuff over here. Now, this is my makeshift slit, believe it or not. And so I'm not that concerned about accuracy. I'm concerned about how the mirrors point, distances, you know, that kind of thing. And these little clamps right here, I found these clamps, and I've got a bunch of these. My mom, rest her soul, had a small bag, and she had a bunch of these small ones. I'm like, oh my gosh. I said to myself, oh, I don't think I can use those, right? And then it's like, I forgot where I put the bag. So, I want to show you a quick, in behind this case, there's a radio, there's all kinds of oscillators and stuff. This is an attenuator. This is electronic stuff. This is an electronics lab. I've got not one, but I've got 1, 2, 3 working oscilloscopes over here. I got 4 frequency generators. This is a pulse wave generator. I got a pulse wave generator down here. I got another pulse wave generator in behind the case. And over here, I've got boxes of all kinds of stuff. And we're talking capacitors, resistors, inductors, speakers. I've gone ape crazy about speakers. And for example, if I can reach, I don't know if I can reach that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some stuff. I got to grab some stuff here. Now, which wasn't that wonderful music. So I need some plastic. I'm going to do something with them. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I want to show you this. Maybe not. I want to show you this speaker here, just for kicks. And we've got, oh god, I've got all kinds of speakers over here. Which really, the speakers need to be put in a place. They need to have a home because they can get damaged. Now this one here has got wires on the top of the speaker, and it looks like they all do. They have this wire connector on top of the speaker. Now we've got this. This is actually made of glass, and it's kind of dirty. I'll go clean this up. Little lens thing, but which I really don't need to worry about, actually. Let me get my plastic. I need to get Oh! I don't know where the hell it is. What is that? This is kind of a problem that I have, is I can never remember what I do with things. I would have thought I would have put this. There we go. There you go. So I don't know what I did with it. Here's some tape. That's the metal plate. Don't we get a screw loose? That's not a screw. It's a piece of garbage. Oh, you want to be that way? What's this here? That's a nail. Illustrious, one of my adapters. Let me grab my magnet box, and we're gonna pull out our magnets here. I want to get. I need to get the clean ones. Looks like they've had tape put on them. I'm gonna go. I should go wash these get the Nobel Peace Prize for this. Because I've got everything I need. These things are still wet. I need to dry these. Maybe they'll just air dry. Maybe these ones will air dry out somehow. Let's see. Whoops! Oh, 5 points. 10 points. Oh, there's 20 points. I'm right down, going down a rabbit hole. Let's see here. Let's put it over here. See if they'll dry out. Okay. Let me sit down. I got tape. I got that. I've got to cut the piece of aluminum. Now, of course, I misplaced the aluminum. Bear with me. We'll get there sooner or later. Don't forget, I got to make something to eat and go to bed. That one and that one. There's this stuff here that needs to come over. We got all these goodies. Let's put them in a pile over here. There's nothing over here. I'll explain what all that stuff is in momentarily. I need to find my piece of aluminum. Bang. What you gonna do when it come for you, bad boy, bad boy? That's right. You know it. I'm gonna show you something else here while I'm right at it. I got another clock. I don't know if it has these. But once this enclosure is built, it's going to be temperature and humidity controlled. Check this out. This came off a clock that kind of broke. It's a bit dusty. I've got this one is temperature, and this one is humidity. These will attach to the unit. I think I have a spot for these. I don't know yet. But they will attach to the unit with this, like so. And I will have indicators. And I'm also going to calibrate. I've got temperature probes. They're digital. And I'm going to be calibrating them. Setting that up. How the hell did I do it? This is freaking aluminum. Why me, Lord? What did I have to do? which I'm not sure if I'm going to use or not. I probably am not going to use that. So this is, I made up some plastic, and yeah, I had a toy, a big toy, and I cut it all up for the plastic, and so I smoothed out, I took some sandpaper and smoothed out the surfaces and tried to clean them as much as I can. They're a little bit larger than 5mm or whatever the heck that number is. So the plan is to affix the mirror to this flat surface. The mirrors are flatter than the aluminum. The aluminum's got a little bit of distortion in it. So actually, I want a little bit of distortion. I want a little bit of noise. I want a worst case scenario so that I've got a reference to work with to make better. And what we're going to do, I mean, I could bend this, but it's probably better just to, like, I don't even know if the magnet will affix to this or not. Let's find out. Yeah, we're not in luck here. The magnet is not going to hold this piece of aluminum up. So, gotta come up with an alternative. That's not good. I thought the magnets were going to hold up that piece of aluminum. Okay, this is going to be a problem. So the magnets attach to the metal here, and they attach to this, and I can move this around. If I take two magnets, I want to flip on each other. Okay, there we go. So magnets are kind of weird. They just do weird shit. So if they have an attraction side like so, and in the middle they repulse. These babies are really, really strong. And so one of my plans is to put these in a vise and have it so, see how they're just pulling? I want to put these in a vise and bring them close together to create a very strong magnetic field in the middle. Light is going to go through the magnetic field, and there may be another slit section that goes through there. Well, probably not. But anyway, there's that. So when I try to attach this end, like so, well, I guess it's working now. Oh yeah, it only has a certain turning radius where it will, but that's okay. I don't care about that. So we're going to use this end. And it doesn't really work, so I could probably... Yeah, that's just naughty. I'm thinking, ow, god damn it. Fucker, you. Wait, I'm thinking what I can do is I can tape this. I think I can tape this on the bottom like so. And then I can move this. So what we gotta have here is we got these pieces of aluminum. We have two pieces of aluminum, and we need to have the slit will send the signal down. It will come down like this. This will be a 45-degree angle, and you can't see it. This will be a 45-degree angle, and now it's supposed to look like, yeah, it's supposed to be like this. Okay, so two of these, and they're at 45-degree angles. The light comes down from the top, hits this first one, bounces over to the second one. The second one goes down to the beam splitter. The reason for doing this, and I've explained this a few times, is I will show you by means of using the laser. The reason for doing this is you can see the laser beam very carefully. I'll just turn this off. Oh wait, let me see something here. I'm like standing up. I want to get me a drink and a snack, actually. Bear with me. I'll be right back. I want to listen to that music. Yada yada yada, get it done. Yada yada yada. It is 1 o'clock. I'm going to sit down. I'm going to initiate a snack attack. We're going to talk about what I got here. Nobody gives a shit about science and technology. I should live stream on YouTube. Fuck Twitch, you know what? And the hell with Kick too. Fucking magnets are causing an issue down there, ain't they? So I'm gonna start out by, oh shit, I need that magnifying glass. Damn it. No, I gotta go get a magnifying glass because I want to look at something. And I need scissors. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. So, 3, 4. Wow, I only got like a freaking hour left. If that, I got a half an hour. So, speakers. I got a small ton of these. These are PC speakers. And even though this one is intact, you can see the distortions in the speaker itself. That will create distortion. Distortion creates noise. This is very useful, okay? The distortion might not be even, but it'll be there. We can run sound through the speaker, pick it up with a microphone or ultrasonic transducers, and, you know, that's how the story goes. Oh, that's metal up there. I've got some other speakers back there. Oh, look, this fucking thing's attracted that's why the speakers need to be in a plastic case. They track the metal and ruin the fucking stuff in behind it. Oh, the music is nice, huh? I mean, it looks pretty good. So this speaker here, it's got a little bit of, it's got a dimple on it. Okay, there's a little dimple up on the top right there. You can see the little dimple, it's right up there. So that'll create some distortion, but you know, that might be not too bad. The problem is, and the reason, oh, you know what? This speaker's broken. Fuck. It's ripped from the cone. This one might be ripped from the cone too. Yep. Fuck, that means it's not even gonna work. Damn it, I got two speakers there. So anyway, the small speakers are good for high frequency. We need that. Talk about that later. The razor blade's not sure what I'm gonna do with those yet. We're gonna try to experiment with the cards. And so we'll put these up here. And what I want to do is I've got these. I was actually going to use this plastic right here. I was going to cut this plastic and use this to mount up on the magnets. If I tape this up to the magnet, then I can have some extension, you know, with the wire here. I got the magnet and whatever. May not need to do that, but I really, you know, I gotta work with the slit thing and get that set to where it needs to be. I'm gonna put that in there. And I wanted to find out what these chips are. That's why I brought the magnifying glass over. Because I got a whole crap load of chips in here. So I wonder what they are. These are UDN2993B. I want to look that up and find out what that is. I do work with audio and audio and electronic stuff. So let's look that up here. UDN2993B. While I'm looking that up, I'll have my snacky. Discontinued product for reference only. Wow, I got a discontinued product, huh? It's a dual H-bridge motor driver. It does say servo motor. It says cost-effective monolithic drive electronics for bipolar, stepper, and DC brush servo motors to 30 volts and 500 milliamps. It's a very practical, etc. These dual full bridge motion control ICs integrate separate inputs, level shifting and for power inputs, etc. So there's logic, enable, and phase. tell me the amount of gauss. So I got two magnets that this way I can lean the magnets and put the magnet on the item and take the metal foil. I could tape it here, or I could actually tape it on the other side of the magnet. Let's see. The magnet goes like this. Wait, actually, I don't have to bend that. I can just affix it there, and I can bend it this way. So I've got the two orange magnets we'll use for the strips. Now we've got to have, that needs to be out of the way. We've got the slit up here, which right now we're going to use these playing cards, and that needs to be, I need to fix that. Oh, I love this music. I love my wife. She's nice. I'll tell you right now, she's my inspiration in everything. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be alive. Because I've said many times to myself, F this world, who fucking needs it, you know? Who needs me? Who needs any of this? We're just, but that's like saying, you know, maybe we're not meant for things to happen. Maybe we're lost, you know, as a civilization. We just kill each other. That's all we do. Fucking makes me sick, you know. Okay, unfortunately, I ruined my slit. There's a hole there. Why doesn't it work though? That's a bit weird. I need a larger slit. I screwed this up. What do I do? Let's take this top tape. Tip over heel. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see some kind of shit. So when I get closer, like if I get further away, it says that you lose intensity. Okay? That's not what's happening. That's not all that's happening. There's something else happening. And there's like something. Oh, it's like the metal is just kind of reflecting some of that shit. So what happens, what needs to happen is the slit is doing something very strange, and I made this discovery on my own, quite on my own. And what it does is the light that goes through it actually diffracts through the slit. Now, I know this for a fact, and I can prove it. Well, you could probably say that, okay, well, the light is just doing its thing, you know? Because you're pointing it at an angle. And you get the most light if you shine the light straight through the slit. But that's not what happens, right? So what happens is, damn it to hell. So you take the slit and you run the slit at a 30-degree angle to the wall. Or actually, no. It's 90 degrees to the wall, and what you do is you run the light at an angle through the slit. You don't run it straight through the slit. It goes in at an angle. The reason for that, you can move this back and forth, and I'm having a very difficult issue with why this is not working. I don't know why this is fucking there's an interference pattern. I don't know why that's there. What the fuck? Oh, you know, I'm running it. Oh, it's still there. But why the hell is that interference pattern in there? This is bullshit. I'm having a problem. Oh, that's why. Maybe the light was too close to the Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. It's the material that's causing the issue. We need a white background. Rest I'll do the shit with the mirrors. That's what it is. Okay? So evidently when you go up against the dark background, you lose. What the fuck? Oh, it's still there. Oh my fucking god. Why is it doing this today? This is fucked up, man. What the hell? I hate fucking light. No. Go to the light. Go to the light. Oh my fucking god, there's a problem. What the hell is this fucking thing doing? Are you fucking shitting me today? That is fucked up, man. Oh my fucking god. So this is a little bit larger of a slit. And so you can actually see, because the slit is larger, you can see an interference pattern when it diffracts. You can set the image. I don't know if you can see this, but this is some cool shit. You can't see this. So when I set the light at a 30-degree angle to the slit, if I set the light going directly into the slit, okay, and I move the light back, the slit gets smaller and sharper. But if I angle the light going through the slit, there's a fucking interference pattern. And the light is diffracting. That is so fucking weird. I knew the light diffracted against the slit, and bring the light up to the slit, it magnifies the diffraction pattern. Basically, it's two lines. It's that fucking two lines they were talking about. Oh, you're observing it. Oh, don't look. Don't look. If you look, you're recording it. Oh no, you're looking at the fucking slit. Let me go back here. Okay, I'm not looking at the slit now. I see diffraction pattern, yada yada yada. Go F yourself. Jesus fucking morons. So, when you bring the light, there's deformities in the card. Let me see. Now, there's deformities there which I can't explain. Maybe it's the angle of the card. The card's a little bit crooked. But if I bring the light, if the light goes in at an angle, I can see the interference pattern in the center. Meaning there's no light there. There's no light in the center. The light is split by the cards on each side, and the light is diffracting against the card on each side, leaving the center void of light. Now, as I move the light towards directly parallel with the slit and move it back, the slit becomes nice and sharp. If I move it back, it becomes nice and sharp. We want a sharp image. And you can't see that. You can sort of see it. Now, if the interference pattern shows up against the black background, you can't see it. But I'll be damned, it's there at an angle. And if I turn the angle of the light incident to the slit, the diffraction pattern moves. No. You know what else is weird? Is that the diffraction pattern diffraction pattern does not show up evenly on both sides of the slit. What the hell is up with that? Well, that's because there's only one diffraction pattern, and it disappears. Now I'll move the light again, incident to the slit. That's why I want the ability to move the light source. I want to know everything that happens to that fucking light going through that slit. Alright, so we got that. Now the question is, how do we get that to come down through my setup? So let's go ahead and tape this up. I'm going to tape this up to here. We should be able to use my electrical tape. I found my other electrical tape now. I should cut it, but I'm too lazy. I'll try to find the shiniest piece here. I guess that looks okay. So I could go. am I doing? Damn it to hell. Bear with me. We'll get there. Needs to be... My eyesight's not good. Needs to be like this. Oh shit, I can't do it because the metal is longer than... Okay, well, let's do it this way then. Oh, I ruined that tape. No. Now the mirror itself doesn't have to be 90 degrees. Okay, see, the mirror itself, like part of it, it's like crooked. Well, so it doesn't need to be, I don't care about that. What I care about is the orientation of the slit. So we're gonna put this on. And I fucked it up. Yeah, I did. I fucked it up. That's okay. That's okay, we'll just take this off here. This part has to go on here. Did I put it on backwards? Oh my freaking god. Okay, like this. So the magnet goes down against the board like this. This has to go like so. Let's go on the other side. So the magnet's facing up, and that goes that way, and that goes up and down that way, and we'll use that side, I guess. It's got a blemish on it, but it looks shinier. We're doing worst case scenario. So I guess what I could say is I could call these the process mirrors. They process the signal before it goes into the beam splitter. Beam splitter is what we need to work on, and we've got about a half an hour left. Okay, now we have successfully, this looks a little bent out of shape, doesn't it? It's very bent out of shape. Now I put a crook in it a little bit. That's okay. It works. So there's the second one. So the only problem now is to be able to get the slit in there. What if we move this down? We can actually move this down like so. Okay. And we're gonna work with we can put the beam splitter up here. Fuck, I may end up using razor blades. Which is fine. Let's see. Let's actually try for experiment purposes to fuck, so laser. I'm going to line up the beam, which should show up, but it's not showing up here. This is supposed to be like this. Let me move this camera up so you can see what I'm doing. So when this laser beam comes down, it's supposed to reflect off of here and go over here. Fuck, I gotta turn that phone off. Phone's way back on the wash machine. Get up, get out of bed, get no work. Testing out the beam splitter. You know, I can't get the laser to reflect off of that piece of metal. I may be able to replace it with one mirror or something with the mirrors. Ah, fuck. Where the hell's that beam going? Let's do it opposite. We'll do it opposite like this. See if I can get that beam over there. Oh my fucking God. What the hell is going on? What the hell? I don't got a fucking dot, I got a line. Alright, I'm gonna show you this. Hey, you're gonna observe this. Like, what the fuck? Look at this fucking line. You see the line on there? That's supposed to be a dot. What the hell? Alright, let's put a mirror on there. Jesus, I don't want a line. Alright, get up my beauty mirror. Let's see, that's magnifying. That's normal. That's definitely magnifying. Okay, so if I use a mirror, try to reflect it with a mirror. It reflects with a dot. Okay, so now let me use the mirror. Fucking hell. This is supposed to be 45 degrees, okay? 45 degrees. I'm using this other arrow here. Now that's the center. Okay, there's the dot, but the dot... So what's supposed to happen here? Alright, so what I need to do is I need to put this back the way it was. This is going to be the 45 degree reflector. this one here will be another receiver. Down here, can you see it? You can't see it now. I can move things a little closer. This here will represent the beam splitter. What the fuck is going on here? This is normal. I think that's the normal mirror. So this mirror here, over here, we're going to use, the first mirror is going to be over here. It's going to be set at 45 degrees to represent the beam coming down from the top, okay? If I represent it coming down from the bottom, what if I reverse it? If I do it down from the bottom and move the beam splitter over like this, and put this back over here, and so now the angle's going to be like so. Okay. The reason for that is so I can shine the beam up from the bottom. So the two mirrors have to be 45-degree angle. Oh shit. Well, that's still from the top. Oh, so the beam splitter ends up being on the top. Well, then I won't be able to see the damn thing. Right? No, the hell with it. Alright, so let's just do it this way. And I can shine it up from the top. It's not going to be a problem. So the beam splitter needs to be directly underneath the second mirror. This is set at 45 degrees. And the light coming in was supposed to be at this angle here. But that doesn't work. It has to come in from the top. So it comes in from the top. And then we try to locate the beam. And it's coming in as a line on the beam splitter. Now I don't know why it's doing that. That is fucking convoluted. There's even a line that shows up. It's diffracting on top of that aluminum. Like, what the fuck? Alright, I gotta get another mirror. I gotta do this by hand. Let me grab another magnet here, and I'm gonna run the tape. Yeah, this will work. I think. I'll have to run the tape all the way around that mirror. Get a long piece of tape here. I don't want to touch the mirrors. Then we'll grab the magnet here like so at gonna go get that other mirror because I'm losing a little patience and I'm running out of time. And actually, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna shut off this music because I just want to shut it off. All right, we're getting more into the intricacy of what I want to do, and so I want to get to that damn beam splitter. You know? What about the bottom? I wonder if I can use the mirror on the bottom. Yada yada yada. Okay, we're all good. So what if let's see, this is magnify, this is normal, magnify. Okay, this is the normal mirror. So let's remove this. And now we've got a mirror down at the bottom. This thing's kind of in the way, but I think that will work. So what's happened with this aluminum, I wanted to use these aluminum, right? But when I do the first reflection with the laser, let's do the first reflection off of the aluminum onto the mirror, and I cannot even see, I can't see the mirror. I can't see what's there. Let me turn the mirror at 45 degrees to that one, and we're going to run the big mirror over here. Actually, no, not 7 years bad luck. Let's use this box. You can see the box. I'm going to turn this off, and then we're going to go ahead and, so you can see the dot on this strip of aluminum. That dot is changing into a line down where the mirror is. And now you can see the line. Look at that shit. That is a fucking laser. The further away that I move my source, and you can see that's just where the mirror, the top of the mirror is. If I move the box down, you can see the mirror right there on the edge. Now there seems to be a very sharp point, and then it fuzzes out as I move it over. For whatever reason, I don't know. But, oh, actually that sharp point is the edge of the aluminum. But we'll bring the light closer to the aluminum. Now what I want to do, and I can't seem to do it, if I move the box down, I wonder if you can see it down here. Let's see, let's move this down here a little. I'm going to put the box over here. Move this shit over here. So now we've got the box, and it's crooked, but you don't really need to, they don't really have to be fucking straight. So we're going to move the mirror down here. And the reason for that, let's move this back up here. Let me get this lined up. This is what fucking science is made of, I'm telling you. Let's move this a little closer. There, I'm lining up the dot with the box over there. And now this, I don't know why Maybe it needs to be closer or something. This light shit's hard to work with. Alright, so now what I want to do, you can see the line. There's some other artifact shit happening there which I can't control. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this aluminum and I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees while keeping the same reflection. So this is that's the 45. Now I'm going to rotate the aluminum 90 degrees. Oh my fucking god, are you shitting me? You can even see the line off of on the side. And if you notice the difference? Watch what happens when I rotate the line. That is some shit. Now, it could be that the piece of aluminum has lines in it, like a diffraction pattern. I've got my diffraction pattern pen here. And, of course, it won't work. Okay, it's coming in as a dot. Now let me use the white light. So there's my diffraction pattern bouncing off of the mirror, and it's in that direction. If I rotate this, now see, this is where we're supposed to see the colors. Oh, there they are. Oh. No, this is what I was looking for. I can see the colors, but the colors... Okay, so the colors are up and down. The slit moves back and forth like so. When I move this back and forth, this is not... What I'm seeing on a white box is... That's where the beam splitter is located. And I want to move that line from blue to red. But in that orientation, it doesn't do it. So I've got to change the orientation. And now, because the damn... Ah, there it is. It's just off axis a little bit here. move that light. This is supposed to be stable. I move the light. Damn it, I can't get that fucking beam in there. There it is. You can't really see it, but you can't see it as good. I don't want to move the light source. Ah. I'm doing something. Okay, the light source goes onto here, that goes onto there, and that goes to the beam splitter. So I move, fuck. Where's my flashlight? I don't know if I can do it with the flashlight. I don't like that laser light. Now it's, the color has shifted. It's working, but it's not working good. You really gotta have a strong beam of light, and it's probably getting late for me, isn't it? It's almost 2 o'clock. Let's do the do. We're gonna grab this light right here. I think I had problems with this light before, it didn't work. Now it's already plugged in. This is a much more intense light beam. And of course I can't. Ah, there we go. So now I'm wondering about the distance. You know, I can see that colored beam on this piece of plastic here. Let me try something here. So we've got some stuff over here that's supposed to work with the interferometer. I mean for the beam splitter. Let's move this back a bit. Grab this piece of plastic right here. Let's try to shine it onto that piece of plastic. Let's see how that works. Yeah, it's not working at all. It was shining off of the plastic way over here. What the fuck, man? got a serious... What the fuck is going on here? Where's my color? The fucking color just totally disappeared. There it is. So as I move this, it's actually rotating. Okay, it does what I want. The rotation of the colors, it's negligible, but how, if I don't know how to adjust for that. Wait a minute, let me think. I think I know how to do it. So as I rotate it, it's got to come up. Okay, so it has to go up and down. It has to go up and down, and it has to go... Fuck, I need a piece of paper here. So this is M1. So we've got this one, we've got this one, we've got the light source, whatever the fuck it's doing. So this has to go... It has to go up and down, and it has to go around. Now that's something that I didn't know. I didn't know it had to do. It would have had to do that. It's got to go up and down, and it also it's got to go that way, and it's got to go that way. That's one axis. It's a 3-axis rotation on that mirror. That's a mirror. But you know what? You know what's really weird? Okay, wait. Let me take the diffraction pattern and reflect it off of the aluminum. So aluminum's down here. Let's see what happens when I use aluminum to send. I may have to use the laser. Oh, it's there. But I don't know. The color's there. Oh, it reflects off the aluminum much better. But we know that's going to be a problem. Let's use this here. We need to get another magnet. And we're going to take this piece of plastic. And we're going to tape the plastic on. It's getting past my bedtime. Take this right here. Try not to smudge it. And put this on here. Oh, I did just put a fingerprint on it, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to take the aluminum off, and we're going to put the plastic here. That should be pointed this way. No, I think we can do it this way. No, we can't, can we? Yeah, do it this way. Let me just grab a piece of tape. Okay, now we've got a piece of plastic to use as a reflector. This goes down by the box. First thing we'll do is use a laser. We'll line that up to the box. And now we'll use this. I don't know why in the hell it's so crooked. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing the colors off of the plastic. The slit looks nice, but the colors, yeah, they're there, but they're very weak. So it needs a full surface mirror. So now, what I really wanted to do, and I haven't got a chance to do it, is the plastic is going to be used as a beam splitter. And it works pretty good. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. What the hell am I looking at here? Let's see. So this plastic, someone did a video, and what they did was they used a CD case. You know, it's not like you have to have some $50 beam splitter. Okay. Uh-oh. Wait a minute now. Wait just a minute. Let me think about this. It splits the beam in that direction down and over only. Ah, wait, I need another piece of plastic, I think, in order to do it the other direction. If we put this other piece of plastic on the bottom, that should reflect it back up over. What's that strong one? Don't know why. Now I can actually put this mirror over here. Let's go this way. That's that reflected beam there, coming back through. I don't see. This has to be opened up like so. There's two pieces of plastic there. Now the question is, where is the reflected beam? Okay, I got the reflected beam on the mirror. And I can see it, but it just seems like it's got to go. Oh, wait a minute, there it is. There's the reflected beam off of the. There it is right there. I don't know if you can see that. Is that in the. So that mirror is very sensitive. How about this one? Oh yeah, this one's sensitive too. So the trick is to line up those beams. And I'm using plastic on the bottom, but the beam that comes reflected from M2, from the mirror, it's very weak. Now, over there it seems to be strong. So you've got to be able to line those mirrors up. is so high up though. And it's like really fuzzy too. Wow. The beam splitter thing. Wait, why don't I use a mirror on the bottom? Why am I using plastic? I've got a mirror right here. Now it's over here. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. See, I'm just doing this by hand, okay? That's pretty good, huh? Wow. So now I've got, this is my setup. I got two mirrors. I've got two dots. You know, the alignment is not like perfect. Now what I'm noticing is two dots on the beam splitter, but the mirror in the back, it's compensating for the two dots on the beam splitter. Now that could be because of diffraction in the plastic. But it's working. The only problem is that it's not working for color. I can try it again. I can use my flashlight. See, I wanted this colored beam to come down through here. The grating, you know? I don't know if I can see it in the... Oh. Oh, I just saw something. Oops. Wait, I need my light, dumbass. Or do I? I wasn't using the light. I was using the room light. I have to be over here. Oh, shit. Where's the little light here? Oh, that works much better. Now I can see the color really good reflecting off of the first mirror. But we need to get it reflecting off the beam splitter. coming from. No, I don't know where it's coming from. I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong. This is supposed to be on the top. Because the beam comes down from the top. I'm going to have to reflect it off of. Let's see, maybe I can do it this way. No, I think that's. I don't know where that's coming from. I think it's reflecting off the big mirror. In fact, I know it is. So whatever I'm fucking doing, I'm fucked here. Let me go with the laser. Yeah, I just can't do it anymore. I'll try to reflect it off of here. Where's the piece of metal? Let's take the metal and reflect it into the beam splitter. This ought to be a trick. The fact that that's diffracting like that is just fucking crazy. Okay, there's the beam splitter. There's the line. Wow. Okay, let me rotate it this way. It rotates better that way. It's weird, huh? What if I shine a white light on that? If it's doing that. Yeah, it doesn't do it, huh? I can see it on the beam splitter. It must be going through there, but why isn't it? I don't have the second beam. I gotta call it quits. So we're getting a little bit closer. That aluminum thing really threw me for a loop. So I am done for now, and we'll have to pick this up at another point.